nice that we are gathered here to celebrate Audrey and her next step in her softball career. I think we've all known for a long time that you're going places. In each of her 3 years at Vintage, she's been among the top performers in the categories of runs scored, stolen bases, fielding percentage, and sacrifice bunts. Stats are wonderful, but even more amazing is the person she's become and the qualities that I've seen her demonstrate in sport and life. She has drive, amazing leadership attributes, and a contagious positive attitude. I first witnessed Audrey and her drive when she was 9 years old. We were in the Yoder's batting cage, and her little 9-year-old body was swimming in catcher's gear. Her task that day was to find a partner for conditioning. You might not remember this, but I do. There was an odd number of players that day, so Audrey was without a partner. On the turf in the cage, there were lines of duct tape, and the girls were asked to do plyometrics. Back and forth over the tape, forward and back, left and right, on one foot, you name it, they were gonna do it. We had a stopwatch, and one partner would work for 30 seconds while the other rested. Being without a partner, I expected Audrey to rest every 30 seconds. What I didn't expect to see was Audrey do every single rep, including her imaginary partner's reps, with the added challenge of giant catching gear. This is a memory for me that personifies Audrey. She still has that drive to be her absolute best in the classroom and on the field, whether she's working out at Franco Fitness multiple times a week, driving out of town for hitting and catching lessons, while taking the most challenging classes. She is unsatisfied with being static and consistently pushing for more out of herself. Leadership also comes naturally to Audrey. While she came to Vintage, or when she first came to Vintage rather, there was an established pitching staff of seniors. Both pitchers had already committed to D1 and D2 colleges, and Audrey's catching abilities naturally landed her on the varsity team. If you're not aware, I think everyone is aware in here, catching is a position of authority in game management. But being one of the youngest on the team, I know Audrey felt that she needed to earn the right to be a verbal leader before she could properly manage the team from behind the plate. So what did Audrey do? What Audrey always does. She led by example with hustle, effort, and grit, day in and day out, both on the field and in the weight room. She earned the respect of her teammates, which has put her where she is today on our squad. No doubt a leader by example, ability, and voice. Lastly, Audrey has a contagious positive attitude. In sports, we often say that bad attitudes are like cancer, but also good attitudes are too. They spread like wildfire. Audrey could have the best day of softball, but she will never make it about her. She wants everyone to have the best day of softball on her team. I've also seen her work through slumps, but not once has Audrey ever pulled another team down with negativity. I've seen her come to practice with literally snot dripping down her face, sore knees, and I've had to tell her, take a seat, ma'am, you are not playing through concussion. Yeah, no matter what the circumstance, she brings her positivity. I want to read you values from a restaurant that I worked in for a long time. They're really close to me. So, we believe deeply that the right people are our greatest asset. We value people with high energy, who possess the ability to energize others, people who are smart, creative, and have a point of view. People who see the answer in every problem, rather than the problem in every answer. People who are driven, determined, and will not take no for an answer. We value team players, people who are concerned with what's right rather than who is right. When I reflect on the career that you've had here at Vintage High, you embody those values wholeheartedly. Sonoma State is getting one hell of a person and athlete. I have faith that wherever you go, whatever you pursue, you will do so with drive, a positive attitude, and you will lead the pack. You are truly one of one. There's ooh. This is what you get from knowing someone from. You're one of one. There's no one else like you. You're a coach's dream. I'm proud to be one small part of your career. While this is a step towards your future, I'm grateful for one more season. Once a crusher, always a crusher. Congratulations.